Hi, I'm here to share with you about something that I am extremely passionate about, and that is thrifting. I love thrift store shopping. Not only is thrift store shopping environmentally sound, it's also a great way to teach your kids how to have good and responsible spending habits. Plus, many of our local thrift stores benefit local charities and local causes, so it's a win-win-win situation. With so many great reasons to hit thrift stores, I'd love to give you 6 quick tips that I've picked up along the way. I have 3 growing boys, and I know how hard it is to keep their pants long enough and their shoes intact. When resources are tight, the nearest thrift store just might be your saving grace. And while you're there looking for things for your kids, you just might stumble on something that makes you feel like $1,000,000. My first thrifting tip is take a list. When you have multiple kids with lots of different things to get, you can get jumbled up in the store and forget something. But bringing a physical list into the store with you can really help you keep your head on straight. As you find the items you want, just check them off your list just like you would on a grocery list. But it's important to remember that you might not find every single thing the very first time you go. Sometimes it takes a couple of trips to find everything on your list, but the savings are always worth the hunt. My second tip is always know the sales. Look around at your local thrift stores, call them up, write down all their sale days and their monthly sales. Thrift stores have epic sales and they're worth knowing about. Sometimes things are marked down to 88 cents at the end of the month, or you can get 10 items for $1. My third tip is forget the calendar. At the thrift stores, you have the opportunity to shop off-season and off-size. If it's August and it's 110 degrees outside, I say head for the coat rack. You can find an amazing thing hanging on the coat rack of a thrift store in the middle of summer. And if you find something that you know your kid will love, but it might be a little big right now, you can snatch it up, tuck it away in the closet, and pull it out when they've grown into it, and your wallet will thank you every single time. My fourth tip is love it or leave it. If you find something that your kids might like, sometimes it's best just to leave it on the rack. It can be really hard to say no to something if it's only 99 cents. But you don't want to bring home anything that your kids won't actually wear. You can still be picky about quality at a thrift store. One example is I have a really hard time finding kids' shoes at a thrift store that are in good shape and that will last a long time. So sometimes I'll hit the kids' consignment shops instead to find my kids' shoes. My fifth tip is see it all. Thrift stores aren't always in perfect order all the time, so make sure you do a quick dash around the store to see if you haven't missed something that was in the wrong place. Sometimes people put things back when they change their minds or it wasn't sorted properly, so it's always worth looking around quickly in case you have missed any misplaced treasures. And my very last tip is treat yourself. If you find something in a thrift store that you love but it has a little heftier price tag on it, I say treat yourself. It can be hard to switch out of that bargain-hungry mentality when you're standing in a thrift store. But if something is a few bucks and you just really want to have it, I say splurge. That's especially true with household items and high-end quality clothing that can be worn for years to come. I hope these tips help you as you hit the thrift shops and dig for discounted treasure. Thrifting gets easier the more you do it, the more you practice it, and the benefits are sure to bless you and your kids and your community for years to come. So with that, I say, happy thrifting.